Today we're talking about something that sounds like it was ripped straight from a sci-fi blockbuster. But believe it or not, it's happening right above our heads. We're diving into space hurricanes. And yes, they literally rain plasma down on Earth. Okay, so just try to imagine this for a second. We all know what a hurricane is, right? A huge, swirling storm of wind and water. But what if you took that idea, made it over 600 miles wide, and swapped out the air and rain for superheated, electrically charged gas? What would that even look like? Well, here's the thing. That's not a what if. It's real. Scientists have actually seen this happen. It's a cosmic event they've dubbed a space hurricane, and it is absolutely mind-blowing. So to really get our heads around this, let's start by comparing it to something we're a little more familiar with, the hurricanes we see right here on Earth. How are they similar, and more importantly, how are they different?
Now, they definitely share that classic hurricane shape, that iconic swirling vortex. But when you look under the hood at what powers them and what they're made of, well, that's where you realize they are truly worlds apart.
And this chart breaks it down perfectly. You see, a regular hurricane on Earth draws its incredible energy from warm ocean water. A space hurricane, though, its fuel comes from the solar wind, that relentless stream of particles blasting out from the sun. And instead of air and water, it's made of plasma. Plus, our storms happen down here in the lower atmosphere. These things are spinning way up in the upper atmosphere. Okay, so how in the world does this cosmic engine even start? What gets a giant storm of plasma spinning in the first place? Well, it all begins with our sun and a very special state of matter. Before we go any further, we need to talk about plasma. You might remember it as the fourth state of matter. Basically, if you heat up a gas so much that the electrons get stripped away from their atoms, you're left with this supercharged soup of particles. And that is the stuff space hurricanes are made of. So here's the play-by-play. First, that solar wind we talked about travels millions of miles and just slams into Earth's magnetic shield, our magnetosphere. That collision transfers a ton of energy. Then, our planet's magnetic field lines act almost like a giant funnel, channeling all that energy and plasma down towards the poles. And when the conditions are just right, that chaotic flow organizes itself into a massive, stable, rotating vortex. And boom, a space hurricane is born. So you've got this enormous plasma vortex swirling high above the planet. What happens next? Well, it creates one of the most incredible light shows in the entire solar system, a kind of celestial deluge. I just love this description. It's perfect, because unlike a storm on Earth, this is a completely silent event. There's no thunder, no roaring wind, just this swirling cyclone of particles creating what can only be described as a celestial waterfall of pure light. It's pretty poetic, right? And here is the absolute coolest part. That waterfall, that rain of electrons, you've seen it. As those electrons pour down from the storm and hit the gases in our atmosphere, they make those gases glow. And that glow is the aurora borealis, the northern lights. A space hurricane is essentially a gigantic cyclone-shaped aurora. Wow. But as beautiful as all this is, it's not just some distant, pretty light show. Understanding these massive storms has some very real and very important consequences for all of us living down here. Think about it. The amount of energy that gets released in these space weather events is just staggering. And in a world like ours, a world that is completely dependent on technology, having that much energy dumped into our upper atmosphere, well, that can cause some pretty serious headaches for the systems we count on every single day. So what exactly is at risk? Well, intense space weather can throw off GPS satellites, which affects everything from your phone's map to global shipping. It can disrupt radio communications. It can even overload and knock out entire power grids. And for astronauts and satellites actually up there in orbit, the danger is even greater. All that radiation can damage sensitive electronics, and it's a major health risk. And all of this leads to one final really big question. The space hurricane is a pretty new discovery, which is a powerful reminder of just how much we still don't know about what's happening in our own cosmic neighborhood. So as we push further out, as we plan for missions to Mars and beyond, predicting this kind of space weather is going to be absolutely essential for survival. It really makes you wonder, what other kinds of cosmic weather are out there just waiting for us to find them?